Number 1, never want to be anyone except yourself, no matter how you feel about what you have or have not achieved so far, because you are born to be a unique individual, and what has happened is due to you not being aware and how you were conditioned as a child. And this is not an excuse, it's the truth. If you feel that you have done things that were not favorable to you, or that you aren't smart enough, or feel beautiful enough, or whatever it is, it's because you don't have self-love or self-worth and have never been taught how to. Change your perceptions and you will learn to see your own unique self and embody your own truth. Number 2, people-pleasing. It's because you don't have self-love and self-acceptance of who you are and are not empowered to trust your own true identity, your true self. And thus you seek approval from others to feel secure, to be validated that it's okay to be you. The truth is that by people-pleasing, you are not being the true you, because I can bet you a lot of times you don't want to do what you feel that you need to do for them, but you do it anyway to be accepted and to attain a feeling of belonging and acceptance. Learn to love yourself and know that when you speak your truth, your true friends will always have your back, and that you don't need to keep pleasing others to keep their friendship. Number 3, you want to change but can never achieve your goals. That's because you lack commitment. Something is stopping you and telling you inside that your goals are too hard to attain and you don't have it in you. Those thoughts are merely your perceptions about the way you perceive the world. It also means that you were never taught how to have better perceptions, nor were you encouraged enough by people who were significant to you and whom you looked up to, for them to remind you that you can do and achieve anything if you are truly committed to doing it. You may not be able, for example, say, to change your height physically, but you need to be realistic in the sense of what is possible. And there's a lot more things that you will be surprised to find out that you can do for yourself. After you discover your potential, that even, for example, changing your height would not even matter to you anymore, because for you, the rest of your life is working out so well, and you can now embrace yourself the way you are. Number 4, your belief system. You feel that people don't believe in you, and you believe that you come from a family of losers, and you feel that things can never change because everyone in your family tells you or shows you that that's the best that life can bring, and that your family members are not lucky like others. Now, the truth. You need to remember that your life and your journey is yours and yours alone, and that everyone has a different life path. And just because no one in your family has achieved success or anything different does not mean that your future is doomed. This in itself is not your reality. You need to understand that you have bad role models who are not self-aware and therefore cannot teach you any different. You need to be a rebel with a cause, and you need to speak to someone else or read or listen to different people who to you are successful, and listen to what they say and why they are saying it. If you believe that you are dumb and doomed to a shitty life, then that becomes your fate, and you will allow yourself to become a loser because you have already lost the battle, as you have lost the faith to begin with to even start your fight. Number 5, feeling unloved and uncared for by others. That's simple. The reason for this is that not enough people in your life whom you considered significant during your childhood had accepted you for you, or praised you enough, or encouraged you when you made mistakes. Worse still, you may have had narcissistic parents, or parents who have only criticized you harshly for mistakes but have never shown you unconditional love and acceptance. Obviously, you would have developed a low sense of worth. You need to understand that firstly, you need to love yourself from within. And whilst that is easier said than done, you need to believe this. What this belief system creates is empowerment to the extent that you don't need love or acceptance from others to value your own self. And once you are empowered, you will attract new people who will love you as you are. Number 6, don't reject praise from others. This is important because by doing this, you are saying that you don't recognize your own talents or worth. You are denying what others see in you and love about you. You just need to smile and thank them politely and learn to internalize what they have said and why. You need to inject their kind words into your soul and build your confidence to see yourself in a better way. Number 7, you take offense easily and don't want to hear the opinion of others. You need to distinguish the difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism. You feel that you are under attack when people try to tell you anything about yourself that you perceive as negative. You feel that you need to fight them or convince them otherwise, and that is because your ego is too big for your own good, and you need to get off from your high horse as you may learn something or two about your character that more than one person perceives. Like I always say to my clients, when one person says one thing, you may question their opinion. When 2 people tell you, there might be a tinge of truth. However, when 3 or more people tell you the same thing, then it's more than likely that's generally how your behavior is perceived by others in your life. Number 8, you are stuck and stubborn in your ways. This is a defensive mechanism that you have cultivated deep inside you. It could be a protective mechanism that you have had to build during childhood for whatever reason, or you could have watched significant others behave the same way and adopted that behavior. The thing is, if this behavior has benefited you and you don't have any problems in your relationships with significant others like friends, family, work colleagues, etc., then it's all good. But the moment you find that your relationships are unhappy or unsatisfactory, then your behavior may need to change. It's totally up to you. I'm just telling you from experience. Number 9, you are losing friends and somehow you find that when you ask people to hang out with you, they make excuses not to. This tells me that although people are too polite to tell you, the truth is they don't like your company for some reason or another. You may need to gather the courage to ask one of them the real truth. However, the concern is whether you are able to accept the explanation, as you might find what the person has to say extremely hard to take, and you may even become highly offended. However, the choice is yours. Either you change or continue to lose your friendships. Ultimately, it's entirely your choice. Number 10, last but not least, you are unhappy in your current marriage or relationship. You may not be physically abused, but may be mentally abused. Or you may feel unhappy as your relationship may no longer be serving your needs. But you feel that the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. You tell yourself that he or she may change in the future. So you continue to stick on, only to find that as time goes by, nothing changes. The choice is yours to take, and you either have to take calculated risks or don't complain, as nothing will change as long as you remain the same. The list goes on, but I decided to stick to 10 factual realities of the lies and reasons why we choose to do the things we choose, yet are so unhappy, but decide not to make the changes needed because of the lies we tell ourselves. So think about this. And if you are brave enough, make a life-changing decision that will ultimately benefit you or your current situation. By the way, I'm speaking to you through my own truth and experiences, due to self-realization and through my own lived experiences and counseling others who have been stuck in the same situations. If you have better solutions, I congratulate you. But if you resonate to any of the listings, then you need to have a good hard look at your perceptions of reality and have the courage and humility to change. If you are unhappy, try to change. After all, what have you got to lose? Your current reality is not what you prefer anyway, right? Thanks for listening. Here's hoping this resonates with at least one person.